Share screen. There we go. Entire screen. All right, y'all. I don't know what y'all gonna see on here, but we gonna see something. All right. So, is this what the one I wanted to talk about? Hold on. Yeah. Is that one it? Okay. Yeah, that's it. All right. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about this real quick. So 40% of basically there was a poll that was taken where essentially 6,000 employees took this poll and said that 75% of them admitted to using AI tools at work, right? And 46% of them said that 46% said that they would not stop using these AI tools, right? So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So what's pivotal about that? Let me stop sharing. What's pivotal and cool about that is that you know we use AI tools at work. AI makes things a lot more easier, especially as engineers. However, you still have to have foundational knowledge because you can't, you, because AI is just wrong, quite a few times. And I'll be honest with you, like I've done whole projects through interacting using AI, but you can't rely on so the AI figuring things out for you because there's going to be somebody on the call that knows something more about a tech stack than you do, and they're going to be able to call you. They're going to ask you to go in depth, and because you don't have the knowledge of that you use the AI tool for, you're going to be lost for words, stumbling over yourself, feeling like, oh, they're going to fire me on this next call because I don't know. So it's like, yeah, use AI tools, but just use it with integrity, be smart, and never put company private information into an AI chat box. Just don't. Right. But yeah, I use it all the time for coding or for because I don't know all coding languages. So if I'm stuck on a particular part of a code, I might put it in the chat, or if I need clarity on a particular resource or tool, I'll use it as research, like I will with Google. It's simply just using the AI chat tool. But it's interesting that we get into this time period where, you know, most people, not most, but like 46% of employees are saying, like, look, I ain't never let AI go. I don't care what my employer say. It's funny, I used to work with one guy and I used to be like, dang, how is he so good? It's like a year. I ain't gonna tell you how long ago because he might be watching this, but it's some years ago anyway. And it's be like, dang, how he know all this scripting language? How he know all this scripting code? Man, he's good at this. And I'm like, man, I remember we had a similar task to do, and the task I got is normally a task he would get. So I was like, I went to him, I was like, hey, how should I pull this together? How am I going to pull this AWX file into the code? He was like, oh, just put it into AI. I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, that's what I do all the time. I said, oh, so, then it worked, of course, but that's just like it's a tool. That's the thing. Get familiar with using AI, get familiar with prompting, get really good at it. It's going to be around. It's a great tool, especially a great administrative tool, but you can't lean on it for it to make up for the lack of knowledge you do have and being able to perform in your job function. Use it more so as a learning tool than anything, than doing your job for you or doing your task for you in totality. So that's what I got for that one. All right. I wanted to talk about this one too. Put your questions. If you got a question, put your question in the chat. If you got a question, put your question in the chat. Let's see what else we got here. Uh, yeah. So let me share my screen again. Can y'all see me when I share my screen? Because I can't see myself, of course. But yeah, I thought this was interesting. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so Gen Zers, no, Gen Zers quietly quitting. They're rejecting outdated leadership. Basically, go down to this part. Gen Z, yeah, blaming. Where's the part at? Yeah, older generations. Let me see. Da, 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 da. Yeah, here it is. My research includes shows that many have labeled quiet quitting as rational response to workplaces and lack fairness, structure, and alignment with employees' values. All right, this is the author talking about Gen Zs. Gen Zs disengage. They're done just tolerating bad leadership. All right. So and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that that's something that's really common. I argue with a not argue, but there's this recruiter I follow on Twitter who posts every day, and so some of the stuff that I'm not gonna say it's negative posting. Just some of his stuff is just I feel like he's out of touch with really touching the industry. I feel like a lot of people be out of touch with, especially recruiters, be like they know the job side very well, but I don't think they interact enough in the business of the industry to really know the temperature of what employ with what how the industry's moving in a lot of ways. But anyway, I was arguing. I was telling him like because he was talking about the jobs or whatever. I was like, you got to think about it. These Gen Zs don't want to really work for nobody. Like they really don't. They want to, and if it's not a great condition or organized structure that they're walking into, which is honest, being honest with you, that's most tech infrastructure. If you're not working for a big fame company, most companies that you're going to work for, they're going to be new to cloud, or have structure, have adequate structure, optimized structure up in the cloud, whatever. Like it's still all this stuff is still new, and so that it's not going to be the best work environment you're walking into. Some of these companies, this is their first time really having a cloud department, tech department, and so there's going to be a lot of lack of documentation, just a lot of sporadic stuff everywhere, and so it's not going to be ideal for a Gen Z who just is used to things being accessible, easily accessible, and these Gen Zs, are fine staying home with their parents, making a minimum wage to no job, and not having to climb the ladder of corporate success. So and I think a lot of the tech industry in particular has to that actually drives the value for millennials, even more, in Gen X even more, because the younger generation just doesn't want to do the work a lot of the time, and it's hard to replenish that workforce, and if they do the work, a lot of them, they want the success and they want the instant gratification now because that's the period they grew up in. And so what I mean by that is they want the promotions now. They want to be directors and managers now. They don't want to have to wait 4, 5, 6 years till they get the opportunity. They will leave if that next promotion that coming around. They don't care if they've been there for 6 months, 4 months. They want to get that immediate promotion. If they don't, they out of there. So those are the two articles. Let me get to these questions because I know y'all got a lot.